Okay, so this is issue 29 of Conan the Barbarian. Um, it doesn't have Conan in it, interestingly enough. Can't well, okay, technically there's an apparition of Conan at the end, but yeah, no Conan. So I thought originally when I was looking through this before I started reading it, oh, it's just a Conan origin story. We've had a Conan origin story. Why do we need to know Conan origin story? And I think it might just be because I swear Doug Braithwaite, I think that's the artist in this one, drew that issue where Conan was kind of learning first about Cromwell and all this kind of stuff. So maybe it just draws kids similar or whatever. Because I thought, oh, it's Conan. It's not Conan origin story. Um, so it turns out there's this kid who's born and he's like the 11th child that's been in the family, and he turns out he's quite sick. Um, and he can't do anything. He's not strong enough to pull a bow. He's not strong enough to attack with a sword. He basically is kind of like, well, you do all the crap stuff. You do. So the kids learn to fire the bow. Right, you go and fetch the arrow. I'm not going to fetch the arrow. You go and fetch the arrow. And he has his visions and all this kind of stuff going on as well as he's wandering around. And his father's like, okay, we know you're weak, but you need something useful to do because you need to kind of do something useful. So what I'm going to get you to do is to sharpen all of these blades. You'll be the blade sharpener. Even someone as weak as yourself will be able to sharpen blades, and that'll be your job. So the kid grows up basically just being a blade sharpener over and over and over and over and over again until he kills somebody, and he doesn't remember killing somebody. And it turns out that the killing of somebody helps to make him a little bit stronger. So he goes on a bit of a killing spree through the group, and yeah, so much so that he can use a bow and arrow and this kind of stuff as well, and whatever. So he kills everybody in the camp. All the other kids are dead. Everybody else, apart from his parents and himself. And it's like, well, this is a bit weird. And his dad kind of takes him out for this little thing and says, right, look, what's going on? And he says, well, I know what's going on. You killed everybody, and I knew you killed everybody, so therefore that's quite lucky because I've poisoned this drink that we've just had, so we're both going to die out here in the wilderness. And the kid's not having any of it. They have a bit of a knife fight, and it turns out because the kid has absorbed the power from these various people he's killed, the energy allows him to survive the poisoning. And he's gathered up by these people, which are the children of the Woeful Eye, and he's called the Son of the Tooth. And then we cut forward to now-ish, and it turns out that he's been still doing exactly the same thing, killing people and either sacrificing them or whatever, gathering their energy into kind of empower himself a little bit further. And these people are kind of using their magic to determine who's the next victim going to be. And right at the end, it turns out that his next victim is supposed to be Conan the Barbarian. Um, so yeah, quite good. I thought this is pretty decent. I don't know if this is a bad guy character that has appeared in books. Not a clue at all. But as an origin story for a bad guy character, pretty decent. I mean, we're used to a lot of bad guys that turn up and maybe you'll get the origin, halfway through, or you won't even get an origin, just be like weird, mysterious mage guy. But having this kind of character established up front is actually quite a nice way of doing it because now we know exactly what his kind of powers are and what his motivations are, and kind of like we know where he's kind of what he's planning on doing. He will either kill people and gather their power and go after Conan, or he'll just want to kill Conan. But I think this is part of a three-parter from what I remember reading. So yeah, so my initial thing was like, okay, yeah, right, I'll read it. I'll read it when I want to read it. And then yesterday I thought, well, let's read it before I make this video, obviously, so I can get this out of the way as quick as possible. And actually turned out to be really, really good. So yeah, so another solid Conan book. I mean, again, I said this. We're now 29 issues into this one, 12 issues into Savage Sword, plus the miniseries, plus the um, Solomon Kane stuff. Titan have done a damn good job with the Conan verse, in my opinion. I think they've been very, very solid books. Even the ones that I've been like, well, that could have been a special, that could have been a Conan. They're still good books. It's just the necessity to actually kind of publish another book that month. So instead of buying two Conan verse books, you're buying three or four. Whereas it could have just been in the core book or in Savage Sword. Savage Sword is that book. Savage Sword is the book to tell the stories you want to tell in the Conan verse. um, that aren't necessarily directly connected to Conan, but instead they did miniseries. But yeah, all in all, decent stuff as usual. So yeah, so I think that's pretty much what I'll say about this one so far. So thanks for listening, and hopefully I will see you on another video very, very soon. Bye bye.